Okay, so this will probably be the last video that I make for a while just because softball season started today, so I probably won't have time to make a video. Anyways, this video is kind of like, it's important to me, but I'm gonna put a picture up, this picture right here. It's me in July ringing the bell at camp. I don't know if the bell has a name, but I call it the Bell of Salvation, and I don't know if that's the name of it. I call it that because at camp, people who ring the bell, they ring it to symbolize freedom from their sins, and like God saved their life, and like they're starting this new relationship with Christ. We celebrate, you know, them making that decision because that's like a big decision, right? Right. It's a really big decision. I've been going to this camp since I was 9. Growing up, I used to want to ring the bell for attention. That makes me sound like a really bad person for wanting attention by ringing the bell, because it's like people are celebrating you. Like you're getting all this attention by ringing a bell. And growing up as a kid, it's like, yeah, that's what I wanted. So, you know, little 10-year-old me was like, oh, I'm gonna ring the bell. So I rung the bell. I knew what Christ did on the cross. I knew all that stuff because, again, I grew up in private school. Like, I learned all this stuff. I grew up in the church, stuff like that. Like, I knew how to repent. I knew how to, you know, do whatever. But I really just wanted to do it for the attention. Because, I mean, it's still at 10 years old. Like, I didn't really grasp everything. And, I mean, like, as a 10-year-old, you're not going to. I mean, the Bible has a lot of information, and it's like, from what I've read as a kid, from what I'm reading now, it's like completely different things. Cause it's like now I have more knowledge in things, and it's like I'm getting more stuff out of it because I understand stuff more now than what I did when I was 10. In July, I rang the bell because I rededicated my life to Christ, and I honestly, personally, I didn't even want to ring the bell because I don't like when all the attention's on me anymore. What I wanted at 10, I don't ever want. But yeah, I rang the bell in July for the sole fact and the only fact that I gave my life to Christ. Like, you know, in this picture, I am so happy when I'm ringing the bell. I go home and I don't want to go back home and change back to who I was. And, you know, for me to rededicate my life to Christ, I'm like, I'm making this decision. I want to keep this decision. Like, I don't want to like make the decision and then go home and just throw it away. I went home, you know, I was reading my Bible, I was praying, I was doing all these things, and I'm still doing it. Like, this relationship with Christ has been solid for, this month will be 6 months. I think that's actually like the longest, like in my teenage years, like since middle school, this is like the longest that my relationship with Christ has been like solid. It wasn't solid like that in high school, and it definitely wasn't that solid in 7th or 8th grade. And like in elementary school, I'm not gonna say that it wasn't solid. It's just, I'm so young that I don't grasp everything. It's like you haven't really, like you've learned stuff, but you haven't really experienced stuff. And that's just personally for me. Like, I didn't really experience all that much in elementary school. Did I have drama? Yes. But that's just elementary school, but it's like you resolve that. But it's like high school drama and middle school drama is so different. And it's like, it really makes you think about who you are as a person, and like it changes you totally. And it's like, then you're gonna start questioning your worth and your identity and all this stuff. And it's like, if I were to question my worth now, I know where to go in the Bible to like read about that. Like, now that I think about it, it's like 10-year-old me just wanted attention. That's it. 18-year-old me, I didn't want attention. I wanted a relationship with Christ so that one day when I die, I can go to heaven. I think that this is like a really this is like a real serious thing. Like, I actually did this. Like, 18-year-old me rang that bell because I wanted this relationship with Christ. And I'm glad I have it. Going through like my brain and like the stuff that's happened to me in my lifetime, and like how I've handled situations, and how I react to things now, and how I handle situations now, I'm just like, I feel better. I mean, there's some days where I still struggle with anger and being impatient and an attitude, and that's okay. I mean, I'm working on it, and I've been praying and asking God to help me work on these things. This is like so important to me because I was thinking about this last night actually, and I'm just like, 10-year-old me really did that for attention, and I'm just like, wow. Like, I mean, personally, thinking back on 10-year-old me, that sounds like something I'd do. Okay, because I liked attention back then. I don't like attention now. The things that God has done in my life over these past 5 months, almost 6, is like so incredible. Like, I feel changed from who I was when I was in high school, and even like that first half of summer. And I feel like, you know, when there's a situation, I can go to the Bible and just like, you know, look up a verse or something that can help me with the situation, that I can pray on it or whatever. It's exciting to see like how God changes people, because he changed me like even that like week, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks after I got home from camp. Like, I felt changed because it's like I started reading my Bible, I started praying, like I started doing all these things that, you know, I never was actually consistent in before. Just like, I like to tell stories like this because I hope that like, and one day like this can encourage somebody to like, you know, find a church or stuff like that. Because I just gotta tell y'all, like, Christ is so good. Like, I can say that every day of my life, and I will. I do feel like God has been doing a lot in my life, and I just like, I want to make a difference in the world. And so I've like been praying and asking God like to use me and stuff like that. And so yeah, I am super excited though to like see the rest. Like, I am super excited to see all the plans God has in store for my life, because yeah, honestly, that's just gonna be super cool. I don't know what's gonna happen, but he does. And sometimes that psychs me out, but then I also have to remember that, you know, in Jeremiah 29:11 it tells us that he has plans to prosper us and not to harm us. So I always like put that in my mind whenever I like get anxious about like future plans and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Kind of random, but not random. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.